Myself Ms. Tejasri Gosbe, lecturer from Praveen Patil Polytechnic, Bhayandar. My subject is maintenance of electrical equipment. In this chapter 2 is maintenance schedule, part 2, learning outcomes. At the end of this video, you will learn about total productive maintenance and causes of failure of electric machines, that is internal cause and external cause, and different types of fault develop, that is mechanical fault, electrical fault, and about magnetic faults. So first, total productive maintenance. Declared maintenance schedule sometimes cannot be adopted in certain cases by periods like monthly, yearly maintenance. This frequency cannot be followed in the following cases. First, hydroelectric power plant machinery maintenance. Second, thermal power plant machinery maintenance. Third, woolen knitting work, hosiery mill machinery. And fourth, time-bound urgent production of items to be manufactured as per the purchaser demand. So first, hydroelectric power plant. Definite quantity source of water is available when dams are full of water in rainy seasons, that is from June to September. The plant can work on its maximum capacity starting all the turbine generator sets for electricity production all the 4 months in rainy season. In the scarcity of water in summer season, all or many of the sets have to be shut down. The preventive maintenance can be carried out in this session. As water is essential for hydroelectric power plant, so when the water is available, that is in rainy season, the production work is done, and when in summer season you can do preventive maintenance. Second, thermal power plant machinery maintenance. In summer season, mostly hydro power plant is closed down, and therefore to meet with the demand of electric power, thermal power plants are made active to meet the maximum demand. In rainy season, the machinery of the thermal power plant is taken for breakdown maintenance. Such type of maintenance is known as total productive maintenance. So when in rainy season you can use hydroelectric power plant for electricity generation, and in summer season you can use thermal power plant for production of electricity, and you can do maintenance work in rainy season for thermal power plant. Third is woolen and hosiery mill machinery. The demand of woolen articles and hosiery is much more in winter season, so production of such articles is activated in pre-winter season and winter season, and maintenance work is not possible during this period, and hence period of breakdown is after winter session. As we need the woolen articles in winter season, so in winter season and pre-winter season the maintenance work, we cannot do maintenance work, and after winter session you can do maintenance work for this machinery. Fourth is time-bound manufacturing. Sometimes the industry receives a time-bound bulk order of some article. The industry has to execute the plan to meet with the order in a time-bound period. So there is a continuous production during this period. All the machinery is engaged in production work, and schedule cannot be maintenance, repair, and follow. This case can also be taken into total productive maintenance. Next term is internal causes. So first is, in some unavoidable situation, the machine may have to be run overloaded for a longer period, which causes temperature rise beyond the permissible limit. Second cause is, during normal working, short circuit may occur due to some reasons. And third is, some live terminal touches the metallic part, developing phase to ground fault. Fourth, rotating part and stationary part shall have uniform air gap. If not, then the behavior of machine becomes abnormal. Fifth is, single phasing means one of the 3 phases become open circuited and the load is shared by only 2 phases instead of 3 phases. Hence, overloading on phases and behavior becomes abnormal. Sixth internal cause is due to phasing of stator and rotor teeth. Sometimes the teeth become magnetically locked and motion of motor does that possible. 7. Phase winding may electrically touch each other, may create problem. 8. Some turns of phase windings get shorted. 9th is worn out bearings, oiling or lubrication may not have been done, frequently involving more mechanical or frictional losses. 10th is unbalanced rotating weights and fault in rotor may also the cause of abnormal behavior of the machine. So these are the causes of internal causes which causes fault. Next are the external causes. In the first is a three-phase machine is supplied with 3 line wires, that is L1, L2, L3. These are called as lines. If the fault is developed in the feeder or distributor line, only 2 lines will supply the equipment. The 2 lines supply the power to 3 phases of machine, and 2 phases become excessive of load and overheating takes place and machine condition becomes abnormal, that is single phasing on distributor side. So this is the external cause of fault. Second, sometimes due to wind, rains, birds, etc., short circuit occurs in the supply system which affects working of machine instantly. Third cause is if supply system generator working in generating station is subjected change in the speed of prime mover, then supply frequency changes which affects the working of machine connected to this supply system. Fourth cause is sometimes in the generating station or receiving station substation there occurs over voltage or under voltage which affect the normal working of the machine. Fifth is sometimes negative sequence currents are developed due to unbalanced supply system which affects the normal working of the machine. Sixth is if external load on the machine is sustained for a long length of period, that is for longer period, the insulation may start burning due to excessive temperature rise. So these external conditions affect the performance of machine and abnormalities are developed. Next term is different types of fault developed. The first is mechanical fault, second electrical fault, and third is magnetic fault. So first mechanical fault. The fault is bend shape, and the reason for bend shape is drawback in shaft coupling machine to machine or machine to load shaft, concentric coupling, very tight fittings of nuts and bolts having no flexibility, wrong and crowded storage of machine one over the other, and damages in transport. So these are the reasons which causes bend shape, and remedial measures for this fault are due care during storage, transportation must be taken, loosening properly the nut bolts fitting, do the alignment of coupling and adjust nut bolts by moving it till fill free movement of 2 coupled shafts. Next fault is sparking between commutator and brushes. Reason for this fault is brushes may not be touching to commutator surfaces perfectly, and remedial measure for this fault: worn out brushes be replaced by new ones, proper shape may be given to brush by grinding. Third fault is snapped binding. Reason for this fault: sometimes centrifugal force developed on the armature winding is greater. This causes snapped binding. And remedial measure for this fault is take the proper measures. Fourth fault is divergence in round shape of commutator. Reason for this fault is commutator segments might not have been properly pressed by fitting tightening rings during assembling. And remedial measures is use tightening ring again and give round shape fitting. Next fault is trouble in bearings. Reasons are lubrication, greasing maintenance schedule not followed, machine load coupling misalignment, excessive vibrations due to sudden changes in load, overloads for hours together. And remedial measures for this fault are load the machine properly, check coupling, replace bearing, stop machine if vibrations are excessive. Next fault is mismatching of brush and brush holders. And reason for this fault are if holders are not proper as per the brush sizes and spring tension is loose, then vibrations are created. And remedial measures are adjust properly the brush size and spring tension. 7th fault is transformer. For transformer, bushings develop cracks and reasons are change in atmospheric condition, that is too cold, too hot, heavy rains affect the bushing. Electrostatic stress may cause cracks on bushing. This may also be due to pressure of connecting rod used for connecting supply. And remedial measures are maintenance schedule must be followed for clearing dust, dirt. Connection of supply line must be observed. And next fault for transformer is tap changer not working properly. Reasons are connects might have been damaged due to arc developed when tap changer is used frequently on load. And remedial measures are during breakdown maintenance, clean the contacts, remove carbon. Next fault is damaged gasket. Gasket makes the airtight seal of gasket of tank containing oil in full level. Atmospheric conditions and reaction of oil with gasket material damages the gasket. And remedial measures are replacement of gaskets periodically. Electrical faults. In the first is wrong electric connection. Reasons for this fault are field winding connections may be wrong, field armature winding connections might be wrong, 3-phase motor phase sequence connection RYB may be wrong, and remedial measures are check the connection, check direction of rotation, interchange connections for proper working. Second fault is contact connections opening. These reasons are dry soldering, improper and loose soldering of joints, melting of contacts, break due to opening of soldering. And remedial measures for these faults are resolder the joints etc., clean the contacts, dry solder joints be open are again to be joined. Next fault is damaged insulation machine. Reasons are over voltage stresses, long running, overloading, entry of moisture. And remedial measures are dry the insulation, check voltage, reduce load, stop the intermittently for some time. Fourth fault is commutator darkening or burning. Reasons are due to dirt or dust accumulation on commutator, offering low resistance part to the flow of current from positive brush to negative brush, improper brush tension on commutator or on the slip rings, shapeless brushes creating gap between brush and commutator surface or slip ring surfaces. And remedial measures for these faults are clean the commutator, adjust and check brush tension, replace shapeless brushes. Next, third is magnetic fault. In the first is misalignment of poles, and reason for causing these faults are due to mechanical injuries, blows, wrong storage of machine, sometimes distance between poles is disturbed, pole fitting with nut bolts may not be proper, this disturbs flux distribution. So misalignment of poles causes disturbance in flux distribution and which causes fault. And remedial measures for these faults are: necessary alignment should be done, nut bolt fitting should be proper. Second magnetic fault is loose poles, and reason for this fault is due to excessive vibration created by abnormal speed, loose foundation fittings. The poles becomes with respect to yoke. This disturbs flux distribution, and remedial measures are: steps be taken to correct the position and make tight fitting of poles with yoke. Next fault is non-uniform air gap. Reason for producing this fault is if rotating part is not true, then it creates a non-uniform air gap. And remedial measure for this fault is make true the shaft of rotor or replace it. So air gap between the stator and rotor should be uniform. If it is not non-uniform, then it may create fault. Next is abnormal heating of core. Magnetic losses increase if there is gap between stamping of core insulation damage, overheating of insulation due to overload or excessive voltage. This results in non-uniform flux distribution. Remedial measures for these faults are: tighten the core stamping, adjust the voltage to its normal voltage, load the machine properly, avoiding overloads. Fifth fault is path and dented core and burns. Reason for producing these faults is at some spots the insulation on the core is burnt, causes sharp rise of losses in core. And remedial measures for this fault is necessary repairs, revarnishing core, replacing same stampings and recoring. So these are the magnetic fault.